bros versus modern women. What does that mean? Explain to me, what does it mean, passport bros versus modern women?
Well, that that I like the title. Well, that is basically the first part of this show when you was talking about the Pookie and Rays, and you talk about the high value men. Then we're talking about the in between, right? And typically, passport bros are upwardly mobile guys. This is middle class, $50,000, $60,000, $75,000, $80,000, $90,000 a year type guys. They've been obviously demonized almost just for exercising options, just for just for traveling, which I don't understand. I don't get, because they were told for the most of them, we don't want you, we don't need you, go somewhere else, that kind of thing. But also, many of them, they did not have issues with getting dates in America. They just didn't like what they were getting. They didn't like the results. They didn't like what they were getting. People kept saying that, keep thinking that it's people that cannot get a date, or women absolutely do not want them, right? That's not necessarily true. It's just they don't like what they get. They don't like the results that they're getting. They can get a date, but if I go spend $600, $700, $800, on a date, and guys are cost benefit analysis, right? They're thinking, okay, is this worth it? Okay, is this worth it? Does this person have substance? Was it worth me spending $500 or $600 on this date for this woman? And so, anyway, the passport bros versus modern women is that, unfortunately, you got people like Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate and others. They pull back the veil, on modern dating. They just pull back the veil, and now guys are just waking up, and they're saying, what, I'm worth more than this. I don't have to just be happy and content with just any type of attitude or any type of treatment, or outright being ignored. These are the guys, that's kind of in the middle, but a lot of them do very well financially. They do very well financially. And then the whole movement itself, Passport Bro, the whole movement itself is actually empowerment. When you look at most of them, most of the guys are saying, become the best version of yourself. Look at all the podcasts that say this. Become the best version of yourself, work on yourself, self-improvement, all that. Stack your chips, stack your money, get in the States, go monk mode, don't just work and work out, okay? Improve your mind, all that other stuff, and then go out to another country and, and exercise your options there, and do that. So now on the modern woman side is that you see a lot of videos of them saying, hey, we don't care, but there's more videos coming out every single day with them saying they don't care. So I don't get it. It's very, very confusing. And I think it's the implications. The implications is, the pool, the well is going to run dry, as far as available men, so.
Yeah, it's already a shortage from what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
it's a shortage, that them trees ain't bearing that much fruit. But my question to
Yeah.
you is there a wrong and a right way to be a passport bro?
Absolutely. 100%.
So give
100%.
me some examples of a wrong way and a right way. The wrong way first, and then tell us the right way.
The wrong way, there's a couple of wrong ways. The wrong way is getting a little bit of money and deciding to travel and go broke. That's because you're not ready. Okay. At that point, the guy is not ready. Two is going out there. Going out traveling and all you want to do is, just sleep around or whatever. That's just an individual. They try to throw mud on the movement, the dirt on the movement, because they think it's all courteous tourism. Okay, I know there's like censorship with certain words and things, and it's not that. It's not that at all. I guess I'll put it like this here: the wrong way is being a passport pookie. Okay, you're the same guy in the States. And you're going out there bringing your pookie ways, your pookie swag, and your pookie, all that to another country. When that's
what about
not,
Ray Ray? You just talked about Pookie. Is Ray Ray coming, or Ray Ray staying in the States? Pookie just
you don't have to do that. Yeah, you don't have to do that. That's the wrong way. Let me give a short answer. Yeah, being a passport Pookie or Ray Ray is the wrong way of doing it. It's
Okay.
because it's not, yeah, you're not increasing your value. You're not bettering yourself. That's the wrong way. If it's not about bettering yourself, it's not about getting into these other countries, learning other cultures, picking up new languages, things like that, and also looking for your potential wife. I mean, you might have to date a few people to find out, but eventually dating and finding your potential wife, then, I mean, you're doing it all wrong. You're doing it all wrong if you're not ready and you're not improving yourself. You're not bettering yourself. And remember, not everyone who says, hey, there's a passport bro, is a passport bro. Because some of them are just jumping on the movement because, they think it's cool, it's cute and all that, So not all of them, it's not all the same. The right way is, which I've already, kind of alluded to, is in being a actual better person, actually being the best version of yourself, actually educating yourself, actually expanding your mind, getting into these cultures, getting into these other languages, investing, get into these other countries where your dollar is stronger and you have some investment opportunities. That's how you become a high value Hebrew. That's how you become, when you bring your morality with you, you're a high value Hebrew, but that's how you become a high value man. When you're doing all those other things, finding a woman that's extra. That's like, okay, great. Okay, that's wonderful. But you should already be on your grind. You should already be working on, if you're not already there, being upwardly mobile. You should be working on that, becoming the absolute best version of you. That's the right way of doing it. Not just, partying. You can party. That's fine. I'm not policing anyone's behavior. But, you can party. But that well is going to run dry real quick. But if you're stacking your chips and you're investing and you're buying condos and starting restaurants, I've seen a lot of passport bros, Black owned or American owned restaurant in Thailand, Colombia, Brazil, all of that. They are making moves, making money. A lot of men are networking together. A lot of the brothers are banding together. When they see each other, boom, they sit down, they talk shop, they talk business. They get it done. Finding women, that's just extra.
So what do you say to the modern women now? Because if this trend continues to go if you're looking for a brother, between the ones that are in jail, too old, too young, married, they like the same, they don't like the same, they like the same parts they got. I don't want to say it on YouTube.
Right.
Your options are slim. And now you got these brothers catching planes and they out. They like, I'm out of here. What is the state for the modern woman? What are we looking at if we continue on this trajectory that we're going? We continue on this road that we're going. What does this look like? And what would your advice be to these modern women?
It's funny you should mention that. There's an article and a study out right now. You may have seen it, and I'm sure some people who are watching this right now, they're gonna harken back to it and be like, oh yeah. But there's a study going on. There's a study that's out right now. Who wrote that study? I'll get back to you on it. But anyway, there's a study going out. They said by 2030, that's 8 years from now. Okay, 7 years from now. They said by 2030, 45% of the women in the West will be unmarried and no children. That is the trend right now. So much so to JP Morgan right now, they're making investments in pet foods, wine, and things like that. They're making these investments, right? Now, here's the thing. The killing part about it is that if some of the modern women, if they can't get past their ego, and what I mean is that they don't hold the cards. Meaning, if you have guys out there and they have their passports and they know that they can go somewhere else for their options. I mean, what leverage do they have? What leverage do you have to double down on being, mean or masculine or have this attitude of being uncooperative or being strong, independent and all that? Okay, you're saying you don't need them. So what's the problem? You're good. You're happy. What I mean, what did Kevin Samuel say? Hey, buy a cat, buy a dog, die alone. Okay, it's up to you. That's fine. Don't get me wrong. I know some women want to be alone. They want to be independent. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But for those who do not, you got to understand, you don't hold the cards for the guys. He can choose. He can have what he can go and choose elsewhere. He can go overseas. He can bring his resources anywhere else. He does not have to settle right here. So the question again becomes, what is the leverage? You can't say, oh, well, if we want to put color to it, say, okay, well, if you want to have black babies, that's not true. That's not true. There's a lot of African women who would love to, that would beg to differ. I could have black babies with an African woman. I can have black baby with an Afro-Colombian. I can have Afro-Brazilian. I can go to the DR. I can have black babies. So that you don't have that leverage. So I'm trying to figure out what is the leverage.
So don't ask me. I'm married. I don't know. I don't know what leverage. I don't know. Humility. Y'all in the comment section. What leverage do y'all got? What is this? I'm guessing he's not gonna answer her question. Which question are you talking about? Which question?
Yeah, which question?
I don't know what you're talking about. Jay, tell us which question. Type it in and we'll answer. We're answering all the questions. Matter of fact.
Yeah, type
soon we're gonna put in the link.
Which question you're talking
so type in the question and we would love to see what you're talking about and we'll answer that. Everyone who's on everyone that's in here right now, you guys like, subscribe, share. Come on, y'all, take y'all little finger and just press that button. Do it with me. We're gonna do it together. 1, 2, 3. Press. There you go. Good job. Thank you. Anyone who's in Debate Talk for You, you guys got about 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and we're going into the overtime portion, like Sal always says. It's overtime. So if you want to hear the overtime show, you need to like and subscribe on Sal's page. If you're not, show some support and love to him. His Cash App is right down there. Sal Showtime. Go show him some love for giving us his platform to be able to get our message out. And then y'all gonna go ahead and type in Let's Talk Podcast 55 and come over here for the overtime portion because we about to get it in. We about to bring people up and everything. So y'all go ahead, wrap it up over that Debate Talk for You, and y'all come on over here and Let's Talk Podcast 55. Type that in, look for the purple logo, and hit the live video and come on back into the room. With that being said, let's see if the question came up. Yeah, no, I don't see no question. So if the question comes, we'll hit it. If anything, we'll stick the link in soon, and then we'll. Oh, here it is. Oh, what is the modern woman to do if guys leave the country?
Oh, okay.
That's the question. Okay, that's the question.
Fair enough, Jay. Okay, let's jump right in there. What is the modern woman to do? There's a couple things. You got to realize, Jay, that some of them, not all of them, some of the women, they're some of the modern women. I always differentiate between traditional women and modern women, okay? So we're talking about the modern women. The modern women, you got to understand, some of them will not humble themselves, period, okay? They talk about that like in Isaiah chapter 3, and we know what comes after that, Isaiah chapter 4 and 1, right? So, but what are they to do? To humble themselves and realize they don't have the leverage. They don't. They have to humble themselves, and they have to say, you know what? What is it? Now, to answer your question directly, what is it, though? They have to ask themselves, what is it that these other women from these other countries are offering that I'm not offering? Figure that out and then offer that. That's what they have to do, Jay. That's what they have to do. They have to figure out, okay, this man is willing to go 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 miles around the world to meet a woman. I'm right here in his backyard. So what is it that they have that I don't have? What is that she's offering that I don't? Wait a minute. I'm educated. I make my own money. I have my own car. I have all of. Okay, and he's still leaving. Then obviously that's not what he wants. That's not what the guy wants. So you have to figure out what is it about these other women. Okay, talking about the modern woman. She has to figure out what is it about the other women that these men are willing to get on planes to go meet them and do that. That's what she has to do.
Now, what about the traditional woman? That's what he's saying. Now, I think what he means by this is I saw some videos with women coming out, and this is what the women are saying. They're saying they're going out to clubs and they're going out to parties, and men are not approaching them. And they're actually getting mad at women and saying, what y'all done did? These men don't want to talk to us. I'm submissive. I'm all the things he like. but they won't even talk to me. What do you say to the traditional women who are kind of just blowing in the wind because they're getting, I guess, drowned by the modern women rhetoric, so to speak?
I couldn't agree with you more with the way you phrase it. They are getting drowned out. So one, don't do what modern women do. Okay, you can't hang out where they hang out. You can't do what they do. Don't make the type of decisions that they make, and stand out, stand strong, because you're going to be called a pick me, which really means nothing. Which you want to be picked to be a wife anyway. So don't do what they do, and you stand out. And then traditional women need to hang out with traditional women. Okay. If we go with, our sister Cribs and Cure, lionesses don't hang out with hyenas. Okay. So they have to be, they have to stand out. Okay. Guys have to be able to see that. Okay. So you have to move in different circles, and keep your traditional values strong. And call out hyenas. If you need to call that out, because then now guys are seeing that. Guys see things in the chat. Guys see those type of things. Because we see a whole lot of videos where the hyenas are talking. Okay, they're talking. Deleting black babies and stuff, particularly if they're males and all that. We see all that, but we need to see the women who don't stand for that. We need to see the women who are not saying, "Oh, we don't need men," or "Men ain't it." Men ain't sugar, honey, iced tea. We need to see that. Got to stand out from the other women. That is to say, the modern women. Got to stand out from that.
Yeah. Okay. So that, I hope you answer your question, Jay. We're about to leave Debate Talk for you in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Now, I got a couple of let's see what else we got going on in here. Okay, yeah, we got to him. So what I wanted to do was, before we move on to the questionnaire, do you want to add anything else to the conversation? Because the questions are going to go into what we're talking about, but I don't know if you want to hit any more points before we move on to some of these questions that modern women have regarding Passport Bros.
No, because I think our next segment, I think we're gonna jump into it, and I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Yeah, no, don't give it all away now. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not giving all of it away. We just hold them back just a little. So now this is what we're gonna do, you guys. So Debate Talk for you. We're gonna close you guys out. If y'all want to be at the overtime portion, I'll put it in the chat. Hit that link. Show Sal some love. Come on over here to Let's Talk Podcast 55. We're gonna close it out right now. And then we're going to get to the questionnaire. We got some video questions with some modern women. So we're going to go ahead and get in there. So let me pull up these questions real quick. All right. So this is the first question. So this is what we're going to do, everybody that's in there. We're going to hit the question. We're going to watch the video. Each video is like 40 seconds. And then we're going to allow Robert Reed to, give his comments, or if it's a question, answer it directly. So let's get to the first video. Here you go, Robert Reed.
This is a huge red flag. The only men who like to go overseas to find a partner is men who like to prey on vulnerable women. Because when you go find a wife in the Philippines or Thailand or Eastern Europe or wherever these places are that are overseas, I'm assuming you mean they're more biddable, that they're less outspoken. This is a huge red flag. The only men who like to go overseas to find a partner is men who like to prey on vulnerable women. Because when you go find a wife in the Philippines or Thailand or Eastern Europe or wherever these places are that are overseas, I'm assuming you mean they're more biddable, that they're less outspoken, they don't demand anything of you, that they're just happy to be rescued from their poverty-stricken life of no opportunity, and in return, all they have to do is subject themselves to your advances. So I do wonder at your motivation for why you want to go overseas to find a partner. Is it because you prefer your woman biddable, without opinions, unable to fight back, and vulnerable?
All right. Okay. So did you hear it, Robert Reed?
Yeah, I heard it. I had to get a little close, but yeah, I caught it.
All right, well, it's all yours. Are you going? Are you guys? What is your motives? That was her question. And she said, "Are you guys going over there to just basically find women that just don't talk back and don't require nothing from you guys?
Okay. Like like I said, since this whole manosphere red pill space has opened up, I mean, it really, really cracked the code on this whole modern dating market. Okay, so what we hear, what I heard there is, a lot of bitterness. Now, let me just back up just a half a step. I want everyone, when we listen to these clips, okay, and Sister Christine did not share all the clips to me. We just checked the volume on it, so I didn't, I didn't listen to all of them beforehand or anything like that. We have to look for the sign language, R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, but look for the sign language. See if you hear any shame, insults, guilt, or need to be right in any of these clips that are probably going to be coming up. Now, to deal with the one that just was played, look at everything that she said. It's like, okay, well, you're going over there. I question your motivation. You're going over there because you're biddable and, don't listen and all the other stuff. It's as if she's saying we need to be attracted to a woman who's argumentative, who is mean, I'm like, that's not what men want, okay? So, and all these little jabs that she's taking at the foreign women, no, it's none of that. It's because they're traditional. They're raised in a traditional society. That's what it is. Men are leaving, if you want the short answer, men are leaving because they're looking for women who are more traditional. That's the short answer. That's the one that they do not want to listen to. They don't want it. It's like they don't hear it at all. And those are the things that men are attracted to. So what men are hearing when they analyze what she's saying is like, okay, so we're not supposed to be attracted to that? Or what do you mean you don't understand our motivation? The motivation is traditional women, traditional values, who care about family, unlike in the West, where it is over 50% divorce rate. 80% of the time it's initiated by the female. A man's get completely financially wrecked in the family court system. Okay, he loses half his stuff. He has to pay child support, and then he gets visitation with his child. These are the numbers that he has to deal with. So, oh no, don't go overseas. Deal with this in the West. Deal with those stats in the West. Like, come on, man. This it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
King said we got options out here. King said what us to accept what we don't want so bad. We got options. They're not playing out here. They don't play.
Come on, King.
So let's go to the next video. And again, sure, you guys, hold your questions because we're going to get to the questions shortly. We're going to put the link in the chat. I hope y'all come up. I'm seeing a lot of activity in the comment section. I want y'all to hit that link and come up, especially them sisters out there that's in that comment section. So let's get to the next video. You ready, Robert?
I'm ready.
All right.
What does that say about you that you have to take the time to get a passport to like go somewhere else to meet people that like you? Oh my God. What? No, but really, like, what problems does that create? It creates problems for those women. They're gonna bring these women back to the States, and then the women here are gonna be like, oh, they have these amazing men.
What?
And like, if only I had been more traditional. If only I had been more subservient. If only I would have acted more like a housekeeper or slave. Then maybe I could have won that prize.
Okay, so if you didn't hear, I know. Oh yeah, it's a delay, you guys. Sorry, he has a little delay because he's out the country. So basically, in a nutshell, she says that she thinks it's hilarious and it's funny that men have to get a passport to travel to find someone to like them. She laughs about it, and then she claims, this system was on it. She basically claims that, are you doing this so you can come back with your wife and somehow make women come to this epiphany that, oh my goodness, I need to be more traditional and I need to be a slave in order to get a man? What do you say to what she said?
Okay, so one, again, more shame and insults. More shame and insults. It doesn't change. That's the only song that they know, but that's okay. Here's the thing. Part of it, she's right. which is the last part of what she says. Oh, you're going to bring women over here. Not really, but men are going to get other women. Some of the guys are going to bring their women back to the West, which, hey, you know, good luck with that or whatever, because, you know, you just don't want them to become, you know, westernized. But some of them will. And they're going to move into some of these neighborhoods, okay? And you're going to see, the modern women, they're going to see these men go overseas, bring women back, have families, live in homes and stuff, and be right there in their face. So she's mocking what's actually going to be true. That is going to happen, okay? So she didn't believe that, but that is going to happen, okay? So that, you know, it's going to happen. But then at the same time, she wants to make it seem like, it's like, I don't understand, like, what is the inverse? Oh, why would you travel to another country just to get someone to like you or whatever? Okay, let's just take it on its face and say that, you know, she's right. Okay, if a guy is here, no, I'm sorry, I'm in Asia. If a guy is there in the West and he's losing, he's not getting any luck, okay? Couple dates here, they don't go well, gets rejected, whatever the case may be. So what does he do? He just stays there and take it and say, hey, this is my lot in life. Let me just sit here because I don't want to travel, because I don't want the women who are rejected me, I don't want them to insult me for leaving a country to actually find a woman. Okay. So I don't understand their end game. I don't get their end game. It's like, okay, so am I supposed to just sit here and, hey, this is my lot in life. I can't get a woman. I'll just sit here. Nobody wants me here, but I dare not go somewhere else. I mean, it makes no logical sense whatsoever. Let's say he was a loser. Let's go at it on his face. Let's say he was a loser. Isn't the definition of insanity doing the same thing, expecting a different result? So he said, I'm not having any luck here in the West. Let me go somewhere else. The fish are not biting in this pond. Let me go to another pond. I'm like, I don't get it. Men are their cost benefit analysis. If it's not working in one spot, you go to another spot to see if it's working. That's what you do. So it totally makes no sense. But we can go to the next clip or answer some questions.
So in the comment section, I don't see any questions. So let's go to another video and then we'll put the link in so you guys. And I want you guys to pay attention to the people I'm bringing up. I'm going to be bringing up different races, different ages, and I want y'all to pay attention to that for a reason. So let's go to the next video.
Passport bros, y'all can't catch a break, baby. I was on my way home tonight, and I heard them talking about you on 97.9. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm pretty sure they're making fun of y'all. And I look at my comments.
Looks like it's my internet, y'all.
Passport bros, y'all can't catch a break, baby. I was on my way home tonight, and I heard them talking about you on 97.9. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm pretty sure they're making fun of y'all. And I look at my comment section of every nationality, ethnicity, and country that you named. All of them are saying that they don't want you. That's got to be a hit to the ego.
The video is true.
This is not.
I've been hearing a lot about this here thing called passport. I don't know, passport brothers or something like that. And I'm like, what? Yeah, y'all go right on over there and see just what you gonna get and bring back. But then you might bring back just what you want based on who you are. Because what I noticed during a period when they had something called a quote unquote mail order brides, with the white guys were all off into, those women that they brought back pretty much were just subservient, non-thinking.
So this woman, this is an older woman. She got some age on her. Now the clip said 90. I don't know if she's 90. That's what the clip said. And by the way, you guys, all the clips are going to be in the description box on YouTube, who I got it from. Check their channels out and check the full videos out. But yeah, what do you think about what she said? She said it's like mail order brides, like how the Caucasians did back in the day. Is that the same thing?
Oh my goodness. Sister Christina, this is just bad. This is comical. This really is. This is comical. None of this is going to deter any man at all. None of this. Just more shaming language. I actually caught the first one. I caught some of what she said. Oh, I'm listening to this radio station, whatever, 97 something or whatever, and oh, they clowning you. And I heard from every country that you guys named, all cap, all that's cap. I don't believe anything she said. She didn't hear nothing, anything from any of that. That's all cap.
Yeah, she's saying, for people who didn't hear, she's basically said she heard on the radio that the passport bros are basically, no one wants them there. They don't want them there. They don't need them there, and they're telling them not to come. Basically, that's what she was saying.
So these countries don't want tourism. These countries that where a major part of their GDP is tourism, they don't want tourism. They don't want touristic dollars. They don't want the USD. That's what they're saying. That's their argument, right? It makes no sense whatsoever. Number two, you're talking about two women who are older, who's well past the wall, who is not in the dating market. Okay, not trying to be mean. I'm just saying they are. They're well advanced in age. No one's, they're not really in the competition or whatever. So I don't understand what their beef is. I'll put it in a more politically correct way. They have no skin in the game. So I don't understand what's their beef whatsoever. No skin in the game. Also, it is just a bunch of shame. I don't understand if these guys are men that you do not desire, what do you care if they leave? Because they can't feign concern. Oh, well, I hope you just find what just be careful. I hope you find what you're looking for. I mean, they really don't. I mean, and then at the same time, I don't know if you've been catching it. At the same time, the women from other countries are not clapping back at the passport bros. They're clapping back at the women because they're saying they're disenfranchised, they're taken advantage of, they're uneducated, they don't speak the language, blah, blah. They're saying all this other stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. I know they're trying to crush the passport bros and it's not working, but now they're insulting foreign women, and now they're making the news. Like over in Thailand, they're making the news that they're looking at. They have American Black women on the Thailand news talking trash about Asian women, and they're upset, and they're making tons of TikToks about it. So so whatever they're trying to do, I don't get it. It's not working. It's backfiring. It's completely backfiring. And then they want to say that one other point we move on is that they have all this smoke for the passport bros, but they have no smoke for the women with passport that go to Caribbean, that go to the DR, that go to Jamaica and rent a dread. They have no smoke for that. I don't understand. So it's okay and it's empowering if a woman grab her passport, go over to a tropical country or whatever, and be with men and just have how Stella got her groove back, or go read that book, The Pursuit of Happiness, when it's a study on women going abroad, sleeping with men, and nobody has any smoke for that. But they got all this smoke for passport bros. I don't get it. I just see hypocrisy.